Have you ever wondered what secrets lie hidden in the ancient words of the Book of Proverbs? Imagine unlocking divine insights so profound they challenge your every decision, your every step in life. What if the wisdom of the ages is waiting for you to discover it? A timeless guide to navigate the chaos of modern life and reveal the mysteries of God's heart? Prepare to journey into a realm of ancient truth, where every proverb is a key and every word a treasure waiting to be uncovered. In the dawn of Israel's history, when the people were searching for meaning amid turmoil and triumph, the Book of Proverbs emerged as a beacon of divine wisdom. Traditionally attributed to King Solomon, renowned for his unparalleled wisdom and understanding, these proverbs were more than mere sayings. They were the distilled essence of God's guidance for a righteous life. In a time when oral tradition reigned, these pithy yet profound statements were passed down as moral compasses, offering counsel on everything from personal integrity to the complexities of human relationships. The very fabric of ancient society was interwoven with the call to seek wisdom, for it was understood that knowledge was not just an intellectual pursuit, but a way to honor the Creator. Proverbs exhorts its readers to trust in the Lord with all your heart and to lean not on their own understanding, urging a humble reliance on divine truth. It challenges each soul to navigate life's uncertainties with prudence and discernment. As you reflect on these foundational truths, ask yourself, how does the pursuit of wisdom shape your daily decisions? With this question resonating in our hearts, we now transition to the historical context in which these proverbs were formed, setting the stage for a deeper understanding of their timeless relevance. To truly appreciate the wisdom contained in the Book of Proverbs, we must immerse ourselves in the cultural and historical backdrop of ancient Israel. During a period marked by both conquest and prosperity, the Israelites sought to define their identity in a world of shifting alliances and moral ambiguities. The Proverbs emerged not in isolation, but as a response to the social, political, and spiritual challenges of the time. In a society where honor, reputation, and communal responsibility were paramount, these succinct teachings served as both moral guidelines and practical advice for daily living. They were used by parents to instruct children, by leaders to guide communities, and by the common people to navigate the complexities of life. The ancient wisdom literature of Israel reflects an environment that valued not only intellectual insight, but also ethical behavior, emphasizing the importance of humility, diligence, and respect for authority. This era was one of rich storytelling and oral tradition, where every proverb was a pearl of wisdom passed down through generations. As you consider the weight of these cultural influences, reflect on how the challenges of that bygone era mirror those of today. How do the timeless principles of integrity, prudence, and humility still resonate in our modern world? With these thoughts in mind, we now transition to examining the figure of Solomon, the epitome of wisdom, whose legacy permeates every word of Proverbs. King Solomon, often celebrated as the wisest man who ever lived, stands at the heart of the Book of Proverbs. His life, marked by both unparalleled wisdom and profound personal challenges, provides a vivid backdrop against which the Proverbs take on their enduring significance. Solomon's ascension to the throne came with the weighty responsibility of governing a nation in a volatile region. In his early reign, he asked God for wisdom rather than wealth or power, a request that set him apart and earned him divine favor. This extraordinary humility not only endeared him to God, but also paved the way for his legendary reputation as a ruler whose judgments were just and whose insights were profound. The Proverbs attributed to Solomon reflect his unique ability to distill complex truths into simple, memorable maxims that continue to resonate centuries later. They speak to every facet of human existence, from the perils of pride and the value of a diligent work ethic to the importance of nurturing relationships and maintaining ethical integrity. Solomon's life was a delicate balance between opulence and introspection, success and vulnerability, and his teachings offer a roadmap for navigating this duality. As you delve into these ancient words, consider how Solomon's pursuit of wisdom, even amid personal flaws, can inspire you to seek truth in your own life. With his legacy illuminating our path, we now transition to exploring the profound themes of righteousness and folly that are woven throughout Proverbs. One of the most striking aspects of the Book of Proverbs is its exploration of the stark contrast between righteousness and folly, a dichotomy that serves as the moral backbone of the text. The Proverbs present a vivid picture of two divergent paths, one that leads to life, prosperity, and divine favor, and another that leads to destruction, disgrace, and spiritual decay. Righteousness, in this context, is portrayed as a state of alignment with God's eternal principles, characterized by humility, honesty, and a reverence for divine law. In contrast, folly is depicted as the seductive allure of short-sighted, pleasure, and impulsive behavior, a path that ultimately results in ruin. Through a series of pithy poetic verses, Proverbs warns that the road of the righteous, though often challenging, is filled with rewards that far outweigh the transient gains of sinful indulgence. For instance, a recurring theme in these wise sayings is the notion that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, suggesting that true understanding and ethical living are rooted in a deep respect for the divine. Conversely, folly is often associated with arrogance, disregard for consequences, and an insatiable appetite for self-gratification, traits that lead to isolation and despair. As you ponder these contrasting images, ask yourself, what choices in your life reflect the pursuit of righteousness, and where might folly have taken root? This exploration of moral dichotomy invites you to examine your own journey, weighing the long-term consequences of your actions against the fleeting satisfaction of impulsive desires. With the battle between righteousness and folly as our guide, we now transition to examining the value of wise counsel, a central theme in Proverbs that continues to shape our understanding of success and fulfillment. In a world brimming with conflicting voices and endless choices, the call for wise counsel has never been more critical. The Book of Proverbs consistently emphasizes the importance of seeking guidance from those who possess insight and experience, a practice that not only safeguards us from folly, but also enriches our decision-making process. Plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors they succeed, declares Proverbs 15:22, a timeless reminder that the collective wisdom of trusted friends, mentors, and spiritual leaders is an invaluable asset. In ancient Israel, wisdom was regarded as a treasure beyond measure, and the counsel of the wise was sought in matters of governance, personal relationships, and ethical dilemmas. The Proverbs encourage us to be humble, to acknowledge that we do not have all the answers, and to be open to learning from others. This pursuit of wise counsel is not just about avoiding mistakes. It is about cultivating a life marked by discernment, prudence, and a deep-seated reverence for the truth. Reflect on the times when a well-timed word of advice altered the course of your life, steering you away from peril and toward a path of promise. Such experiences serve as a testament to the enduring value of seeking counsel, reminding us that our journey toward fulfillment is best navigated with the support of a community grounded in wisdom. With this appreciation for guidance in mind, we now transition to discussing the dangers of ignoring wisdom, a theme that warns of the inevitable pitfalls of arrogance and self-reliance. The Book of Proverbs does not merely extol the virtues of wisdom, it also delivers stark warnings about the dangers of ignorance and the costly consequences of rejecting wise counsel. Throughout its verses, Proverbs paints a vivid picture of the tragic outcomes that befall those who choose the path of folly over discernment. Ignorance is depicted as a self-imposed blindness that not only clouds judgment but also leads to a cascade of misfortune and moral decay. For instance, the proverb, "Fools despise wisdom and instruction," Proverbs 1:7, encapsulates the peril of dismissing the very principles that could guide us toward a life of prosperity and peace. In ancient Israel, and indeed throughout history, those who refused to heed wise advice often found themselves ensnared in cycles of regret, loss, and despair. Their decisions, driven by pride or stubbornness, resulted in personal ruin and, at times, the downfall of entire communities. This chapter delves into the multifaceted nature of ignorance, a state that is not merely a lack of knowledge, but a deliberate rejection of the higher truths that lead to lasting fulfillment. It challenges us to confront the areas in our lives where arrogance or complacency has led to poor choices, and to consider the cost of ignoring the lessons that Scripture offers. As you reflect on your own experiences, ask, what opportunities for growth and redemption might you have missed by dismissing wise counsel? With these sobering reflections on the perils of ignorance, we now transition to exploring the transformative power of discipline, a critical ingredient in the pursuit of wisdom. Discipline is a recurring theme in the Book of Proverbs, a quality that underpins the acquisition of wisdom and the pursuit of a righteous life. The path to wisdom is not paved by mere chance or fleeting insight. It is cultivated through intentional, disciplined effort, a commitment to study, reflection, and adherence to divine principles. Proverbs teaches that the way of the wise is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. Proverbs 4:18, illustrating that the journey toward enlightenment is gradual and requires perseverance. This chapter explores the various forms of discipline that contribute to the growth of wisdom, from the diligent study of Scripture and the pursuit of knowledge to the cultivation of self-control and moral fortitude. In ancient times, as now, wisdom was seen as a treasure that demanded regular nurturing. The process of learning was structured, methodical, and infused with prayerful reflection, a discipline that transformed raw experience into refined understanding. Such discipline not only enhances personal judgment, but also serves as a shield against the temptations of folly. Consider how small, consistent practices, reading the Bible, meditating on its words, and seeking counsel, can gradually sharpen your intellect and fortify your spirit. These habits, though seemingly mundane, are the very foundation upon which a life of wisdom is built. They empower you to discern right from wrong, to resist impulsive decisions, and to navigate the complexities of life with grace and integrity. With this emphasis on disciplined pursuit, we now transition to exploring the interplay between wisdom and the fear of the Lord, a relationship that lies at the heart of biblical understanding. At the very core of the Book of Proverbs lies a profound and recurring declaration. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. This simple yet powerful statement encapsulates the essence of true spiritual insight, a reverence for God that shapes every thought, decision, and action. In biblical terms, the fear of the Lord is not an emotion rooted in terror. Rather, it is a deep, respectful awe of the divine, an acknowledgement of his supreme authority and benevolent power. This reverence inspires humility and a willingness to submit one's own will to God's perfect plan. It is the foundation upon which all other virtues are built, a steady compass that guides the soul toward righteousness and eternal truth. The fear of the Lord compels us to live with integrity, to avoid the pitfalls of arrogance, and to seek a life aligned with divine principles. As you ponder this critical concept, consider how a heart filled with awe and respect for God can transform not only your understanding of wisdom, but also your approach to life's challenges. This sacred fear is the catalyst for a deeper, more meaningful relationship with the Creator, a relationship that enriches every facet of our existence. With this foundational truth illuminating our path, we now transition to exploring the paradox of wealth and poverty, as depicted in Proverbs, where material abundance and spiritual richness are often juxtaposed. The Book of Proverbs offers a nuanced perspective on the dynamics of wealth and poverty, revealing that true riches are measured not in gold or silver, but in wisdom and righteousness. This chapter delves into the intricate relationship between material prosperity and spiritual abundance, a relationship that is often misunderstood in modern society. Proverbs presents wealth as a double-edged sword. It has the potential to provide comfort, security, and the means to do good, yet it can also lead to pride, corruption, and moral decay if not managed with humility and generosity. The ancient text warns that the love of money can be a root of all kinds of evil, urging believers to pursue wisdom above worldly riches. Conversely, the condition of poverty is portrayed not as a curse, but as an opportunity for spiritual growth. A U.S. state in which the reliance on God becomes paramount and the heart is purified by hardship. The dichotomy between wealth and poverty in Proverbs challenges us to evaluate our own priorities. Do we seek material success at the expense of our spiritual well-being? Or do we strive for a balance that honors both our earthly responsibilities and our divine calling? As you reflect on these themes, consider the timeless truth that while wealth can be fleeting, the wisdom derived from a life lived in accordance with God's principles endures forever. This exploration of material and spiritual wealth serves as a reminder that our true treasure lies in the eternal values of love, justice, and humility. With these insights guiding our thoughts, we now transition to examining the significance of relationships in the pursuit of wisdom and the maintenance of a righteous life. In the wisdom literature of Proverbs, relationships are celebrated as one of the greatest sources of insight, strength, and mutual support. The text emphasizes that the company we keep has a profound impact on our character and destiny. Friends, family, and mentors serve not only as sources of comfort and joy, but also as vital conduits for the transmission of wisdom. Proverbs warns that a man who has friends must show himself friendly, highlighting the reciprocal nature of trust and integrity in fostering meaningful bonds. In a world where loneliness and isolation can lead to moral decay, nurturing relationships based on love, honesty, and mutual accountability is essential for personal growth and spiritual health. The proverb, "Iron sharpens iron," vividly illustrates how close, honest interactions refine our character and elevate our understanding. Through the support of a trusted community, we are better able to discern right from wrong, share in each other's burdens, and celebrate our victories. These relationships act as anchors in a turbulent world, reminding us that our journey toward wisdom is not a solitary one, but a collective endeavor. Reflect on the relationships in your own life. How have they shaped your decisions, your values, and your path toward truth? As you seek to build and nurture bonds of genuine trust, you open yourself to a richer, more vibrant experience of God's love. With the power of community illuminating our path, we now transition to exploring the importance of counsel and mentorship in navigating life's complexities. One of the most recurrent themes in Proverbs is the imperative to seek counsel and mentorship from those who have traversed the paths of life before us. The Bible asserts that wisdom is not an isolated achievement, but a communal resource, cultivated through the sharing of experiences, insights, and guidance. Plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors, they succeed. Proverbs 15:22 serves as a timeless reminder that the collective wisdom of trusted mentors can illuminate even the darkest paths. In ancient Israel, elders and wise men played crucial roles in shaping the moral and spiritual framework of society, offering guidance that was both practical and deeply rooted in divine principles. This chapter explores how the practice of seeking counsel, whether from a seasoned mentor, a wise friend, or the sacred texts themselves, can fortify your resolve and refine your judgment. Such relationships are invaluable, serving as both a mirror and a beacon. They reflect your strengths and weaknesses while illuminating the way forward with clarity and compassion. The journey of life is fraught with challenges, and having a network of support can transform obstacles into opportunities for growth and learning. As you ponder the benefits of mentorship, consider how investing in these relationships can lead to profound personal transformation and a deeper understanding of God's will. With this focus on guidance and support, we now transition to exploring the theme of integrity, a cornerstone of the wise life described in Proverbs. Integrity is the bedrock upon which the wisdom of Proverbs is built, a quality that defines a life of honesty, honor, and unwavering moral character. In the biblical context, integrity is not simply about keeping promises or following rules. It is a holistic commitment to living in accordance with God's eternal principles, even when faced with the temptations of a corrupt world. Proverbs extols the virtues of a person whose heart is pure and whose actions align with divine truth. This chapter delves into the multifaceted nature of integrity, exploring how it shapes every aspect of our lives, from personal relationships and professional conduct to our inner spiritual journey. The wise are portrayed as those who maintain consistency between their words and deeds, earning respect and trust through a steadfast adherence to truth. In contrast, the lack of integrity leads to a life of deception, isolation, and eventual downfall, a stark warning against the allure of dishonest gain. Living with integrity is a deliberate choice, one that requires self-discipline, courage, and a constant willingness to reflect on one's actions. It is an ongoing process of self-examination and renewal, where every decision is weighed against the higher standard of righteousness. Reflect on how integrity has influenced your own life and the trust you share with others. In choosing to uphold honesty and moral courage, you align yourself with a legacy of wisdom that transcends time. With the promise of integrity lighting our way, we now transition to exploring the transformative impact of discipline and self-control on our pursuit of wisdom. The pursuit of wisdom, as extolled in Proverbs, demands a disciplined life, a life marked by self-control, deliberate choices, and a steadfast commitment to moral excellence. This chapter examines how discipline and self-control serve as essential tools for mastering the art of wise living. In a world rife with temptations and distractions, these virtues provide the structure and focus needed to navigate the complexities of life. The Bible portrays discipline as a form of love, a way to protect oneself from the pitfalls of impulsivity and to cultivate habits that lead to lasting fulfillment. Proverbs often contrast the disciplined life with the path of the undisciplined, highlighting how the latter leads to chaos and ruin. Through consistent practice, be it in managing one's time, controlling one's impulses, or making choices that honor God, discipline becomes a pathway to both personal growth and spiritual maturity. It transforms everyday actions into deliberate steps toward a life of purpose and meaning. Consider the benefits of a disciplined routine: clarity of thought, increased resilience, and the ability to discern the subtle nuances of right and wrong. Such habits not only refine our character, but also prepare us to receive and act upon divine guidance. As you reflect on the role of discipline in your life, ask yourself, how can greater self-control and intentionality transform your journey toward wisdom? With our hearts committed to a life of purpose, we now transition to exploring the concept of humility, a key virtue that opens the door to divine insight. Humility is the cornerstone of wisdom and the gateway through which divine insight flows. In the Book of Proverbs, humility is celebrated as the beginning of knowledge, a quality that allows us to recognize our limitations and open our hearts to God's transformative guidance. Unlike pride, which blinds us to our shortcomings and alienates us from the truth, humility invites us to listen, learn, and grow. This chapter delves into the profound significance of humility in the pursuit of wisdom, exploring how it shapes our character, influences our relationships, and enhances our ability to receive God's voice. Humility is not about self-deprecation, but about acknowledging that all true wisdom comes from the divine. It is the recognition that we are part of a larger, interconnected tapestry of life, where every individual has a role to play in the unfolding of God's plan. The Bible warns against the perils of pride and extols the virtues of a humble heart that is receptive to correction and open to learning. In a society that often equates success with self-assurance and dominance, the countercultural call to humility is both challenging and liberating. It compels us to set aside our egos and to approach life with a sense of wonder and gratitude. As you reflect on the power of humility, consider how it can transform not only your personal journey, but also the way you interact with others, fostering empathy, compassion, and genuine connection. With humility as our guide, we now transition to examining the role of fear of the Lord, a concept that serves as the foundation for all wisdom. One of the most profound declarations in the Book of Proverbs is that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. This statement encapsulates the essence of true spiritual understanding, a reverence for God that permeates every aspect of our lives. The fear of the Lord is not an emotion of terror, but a deep, respectful awe that acknowledges God's supreme authority and the vastness of His creation. It is a posture of humility that recognizes our own limitations and the infinite power of the divine. In this chapter, we explore how the fear of the Lord serves as the bedrock upon which all wisdom is built. This sacred fear leads us to obey, to seek truth, and to cultivate a heart that is aligned with God's will. It acts as a compass in a world full of moral ambiguities, guiding us to make choices that honor the Creator. The wisdom derived from this reverential attitude is not merely academic. It transforms our daily interactions, our relationships, and our very understanding of what it means to live a righteous life. As you consider this central tenet, ask yourself, how does cultivating a deep respect for God influence your actions and decisions? Embracing the fear of the Lord invites us to live with intention and to pursue knowledge that is both practical and eternal. With our foundation of divine reverence firmly established, we now transition to exploring the practical applications of Proverbs in everyday life, a guide to navigating relationships, work, and personal challenges with wisdom. The timeless truths of the Book of Proverbs extend far beyond abstract philosophy. They offer concrete guidance for navigating the complexities of everyday life. In this chapter, we explore how the practical wisdom of Proverbs can be applied to modern challenges, from personal relationships and financial decisions to work ethics and social interactions. Each proverb is a nugget of insight, a distilled piece of divine counsel that speaks to the heart of human experience. For example, the admonition to train up a child in the way he should go underscores the importance of instilling values of integrity, discipline, and respect from an early age. Similarly, the warning that pride goes before destruction serves as a stark reminder of the perils of arrogance in a world that values humility and collaboration. The practical applications of these teachings are manifold. They encourage us to be diligent, to exercise self-control, and to approach life's uncertainties with measured wisdom. By internalizing these principles, we are better equipped to make decisions that honor God and contribute to the well-being of our communities. Reflect on how the simple, yet profound guidance found in Proverbs can influence your daily habits, your interactions, and even your outlook on success and fulfillment. As you integrate these ancient truths into your modern life, you will begin to see the world through a lens of discernment and grace. With these practical lessons enriching our journey, we now transition to the enduring legacy of Proverbs in shaping character and fostering community. For centuries, the Book of Proverbs has been revered as a cornerstone of moral instruction, a text that has shaped the character of individuals and the fabric of communities. Its enduring legacy lies in its ability to instill values that transcend time and culture, integrity, diligence, humility, and a deep respect for wisdom. In ancient Israel, these proverbs were not only memorized by generations, but were also used as practical guides in education, governance, and daily decision-making. The timeless nature of these teachings is evident in how they continue to resonate with modern audiences, offering a framework for ethical living and personal growth. Proverbs has inspired countless individuals to pursue excellence, to seek wisdom in their actions, and to cultivate a spirit of mutual respect and accountability. Communities that embrace these values often experience a renewed sense of unity and purpose, as the collective wisdom serves as a bulwark against the forces of division and moral decay. Reflect on how the principles of Proverbs have impacted your own life, perhaps through a lesson learned from a trusted mentor or a moment of clarity that altered your path. The legacy of wisdom is not static. It is a dynamic force that evolves, with each generation continually adapting to the challenges of a changing world. As we consider this transformative impact, we now transition to exploring the role of wise leadership, a vital element in fostering communities grounded in eternal truths. The Book of Proverbs offers profound insights into the nature of wise leadership, an ideal that transcends mere managerial skill to encompass moral authority, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to justice. In the biblical context, leaders were expected not only to govern, but also to serve as exemplars of ethical behavior, guiding their communities with wisdom derived from divine counsel. Proverbs frequently contrasts the qualities of a wise leader with those of a fool, emphasizing that true leadership is rooted in humility, discernment, and a deep respect for God's commandments. The adage, "A wise man is full of strength," reflects the belief that genuine authority comes from inner fortitude and a clear vision of what is right. In today's world, where leadership is often measured by power and prestige, the timeless teachings of Proverbs challenge us to redefine success by the impact we have on those we lead. A leader who embodies the principles of Proverbs fosters an environment of trust, accountability, and mutual respect, paving the way for a community that thrives on cooperation and ethical integrity. Reflect on the leaders who have inspired you, those who guided you not with force, but with a quiet strength and unwavering faith. Their influence often extended far beyond professional achievements, touching the very core of personal development and spiritual growth. As you consider these lessons, ask yourself, how can you cultivate the qualities of a wise leader in your own sphere of influence? With this vision of transformative leadership illuminating our path, we now transition to examining how the fear of the Lord and wisdom converge to create a life of purpose and fulfillment. At the heart of the Book of Proverbs lies a profound intersection between the fear of the Lord and the pursuit of wisdom, a convergence that defines a life of true purpose and fulfillment. The admonition that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom is not merely a pious statement. It encapsulates a holistic approach to life where reverence for the divine informs every decision, every relationship, and every action. This sacred fear is an attitude of deep respect, one that acknowledges God's ultimate authority and the inherent value of His guidance. It serves as a moral compass, directing us away from the pitfalls of arrogance, impulsivity, and ethical compromise. The wisdom that follows is both practical and transformative. It shapes our character, influences our interactions, and lays the groundwork for a legacy of integrity and excellence. Living at this intersection means embracing a way of life where every thought and deed is measured against the eternal standard of divine truth. It calls for a deliberate, continuous effort to align our ambitions and actions with God's will, transforming even the most mundane aspects of daily life into opportunities for spiritual growth. As you reflect on this synergy between fear and wisdom, consider the profound impact it can have on your sense of purpose and direction. How might your life change if every decision were guided by this divine alignment? With these transformative insights in our hearts, we now transition to exploring how modern believers can apply the timeless truths of Proverbs in a rapidly changing world. The timeless wisdom of the Book of Proverbs remains as relevant today as it was in ancient Israel, offering profound guidance for navigating the complexities of modern life. In a world characterized by rapid technological change, shifting social norms, and ethical dilemmas, the ancient Proverbs provide a sturdy foundation upon which to build a life of purpose, integrity, and fulfillment. This chapter explores how contemporary believers can integrate the practical lessons of Proverbs into their daily routines, whether in personal decision-making, professional endeavors, or community interactions. The principles of diligence, humility, and wise counsel are not relics of the past. They are dynamic tools that empower us to overcome modern challenges. For instance, the call to seek wise counsel and to avoid the pitfalls of pride can be applied in leadership, relationships, and even in the management of digital distractions. The teachings of Proverbs urge us to cultivate a disciplined mind, to practice self-control, and to pursue knowledge with a spirit of discernment. Such values are essential in an age where information is abundant, but wisdom is rare. Reflect on the ways in which you can adopt these principles, perhaps through regular study groups, mentorship programs, or personal meditation on Scripture, to foster a deeper, more resilient faith. By embracing the timeless truths of Proverbs, we equip ourselves to face contemporary challenges with confidence and grace. With our hearts aligned to ancient wisdom yet attuned to modern realities, we now transition to the final chapter, a heartfelt call to join our community of seekers on this transformative journey. Our journey through the timeless wisdom of the Book of Proverbs has been a transformative exploration, one that has taken us from the foundational call to divine insight through the intricacies of moral living, wise leadership, and the eternal pursuit of truth. We have uncovered secrets that guide our hearts, revealed principles that shape our character, and witnessed the enduring legacy of wisdom that transcends time and culture. If these revelations have stirred your soul, challenged your perspectives, and ignited a desire for deeper spiritual understanding, I warmly invite you to join our community of seekers. Please like this video, subscribe to our channel for more profound biblical explorations, and share your personal insights or experiences in the comments below. Your engagement enriches our collective journey and inspires us to spread these timeless truths far and wide. Thank you for walking this transformative path with us. May the wisdom of Proverbs guide you to live with integrity, courage, and an unwavering commitment to divine truth.